Hey there, Gemini. It's Jen here from tarotspirit.net. I hope you're well. Thanks for joining me. I still have my reading sale going on. If you want to connect, I'm having a blast getting to know you guys. Sorry if the lighting's a little funky. I'm outside, but if I face the other direction, you'll just be looking at the side of my gray house, which is not terribly exciting, so bear with me if the lighting's funky. I'm a tarot card reader, not a videographer. I'm making that up. I don't know. Whatever. All right, the cards are not really jumping, so I'm gonna go there. Okay. All right. So, Four of Summer is the Four of Cups. And this card is where we've kind of, for those of you that are in a relationship, it's like the passion's really faded. But it's not like gotten to like a comfortable, deeper intimacy. It's like, I don't know if I love this person anymore. I don't know if it's doing it for me. And that can be a really, oh, I got my sunglasses caught in my hair. That can be a really difficult place to be in because it doesn't necessarily mean that you don't care about the person you're with. It's just you're realizing for whatever reason, and it's not always something that you can put your finger on. I mean, yeah, if you fight all the time and things like that, sure, you can say, yeah, we don't get along and we fight all the time. I'm not happy in this relationship, but sometimes it's just not the right relationship, and you're just not feeling it. And that can be really difficult because you don't want to hurt the person. You haven't been fighting and you're not like, fuck you, I'm I'm out. I'm sick of you treating me like crap. Or so it's like there's this, it's like you've waited long enough at this point, and you know at this point that it just isn't going to work, and you've had to say that. And it can be really scary to get into another relationship, especially if this has happened, if you tend to be the one to break it off. Sure, maybe you want to look at that. Why is that? But maybe you're just like, I'm not going to settle, and I just haven't found the right person, and good for you. People gave George Clooney a lot of shit about that. And now, he is committed, married with kids. And I think he just hadn't found the right person. But you're not going to find the right person if you're not out there dating. And so I kind of feel like he did the right thing. He didn't, if you're with a person for a couple years and it's not right, the right thing to do is to break it off, right? So, so for some of you, or this has happened to you and you're kind of like, well, crap, it can be, hard, but it also means that, so you may be feeling a little left out in the cold, maybe having some financial issues, but it's time to bring things back into balance. And that's what you have. That's what's going to happen this summer, is things coming back into balance. This is meditating. This is getting healthy, like concentrating on working out, eating healthy, whatever your thing is, your hobbies, being still, sitting with your feelings and feeling them and dealing with them. And not just like some people go out and just get into another. I can't tell you how many people just before, like within days of their spouse or whatever. I know someone who within days of their spouse of 20 something years saying I'm out, was online on a dating site. I'm just like, what the hell? But honestly, actually, she ended up meeting someone that she dated in high school, and they seem to be doing okay. But my concern is that she hasn't actually, that if this doesn't work out, she's going to be like extra devastated because she hadn't really dealt with. She's not a Gemini, so I think I'm safe. She hasn't actually dealt with the breakup of her marriage, and that could snowball. So it's like, get the hard work out of the way now. And so as the summer goes on, you're ready. You know what I'm saying? You're like, okay, I'm ready to go in because I've looked at things. I've looked at the lessons I could have learned. I'm sort of letting it go, healing, and now I'm ready. I'm ready to move forward again, because you do have the Chariot, which is a great card. This is like, I'm, sometimes when something ends, yes, you can look at the negative, and we do because, we're human, but it's like, oh my God, I had wanted to do this, this, and this, but they wouldn't let me. They gave me a hard time, and I just stopped doing it because I always created a fight, or they were afraid of heights, so they didn't want to do this or that, you know what I mean? So this is like, you're like, man, I see the opportunity in the end of this. That wasn't the right relationship. That was holding me back. And like, I don't even want to live here. I just moved here because of them. And now that we're not together anymore, I can find a new place to live that really reflects me. I can live somewhere that I really want to live. I could literally move, change jobs, things like that. So I feel like you're all of a sudden, it was hard to admit, but now you're like, this is kind of awesome. Like, this is kind of great. And that new energy you're feeling, like this, you're like, it's like a new life. Like you have a new, I don't want to say chance at life, but you're like, I get to like this freedom. You're feeling that freedom, and you're like, I get to do whatever I want. Like, I can paint the wall colors whatever I want. Like, you're just like, this is kind of awesome. And so you're really like giving your whole life a makeover. Like, you may change your hair color, like lose a bunch of weight, or get into shape, or start like change your wardrobe. Like, people are going to be like, you look great. You're just going to, because you're more than your physical looks, you're just going to be radiating like maybe you were sort of dead inside. Like, maybe the way you dealt with the relationship you had been in was to sort of shut down. And now you're waking back up and taking charge. And God, I knew this happened to a lady I worked with. I knew 3 people within 2 or 3 months of each other who lost their husbands. 2 of them were very young, and 2 of them were young and pregnant with their first child when their one husband was killed was cutting trees, and a tree fell on him and killed him. The other one was 36 and died of a heart attack. And they were both pregnant. And then this other older lady, her husband, I don't know, she was like in her 50s. Her husband died of a heart attack. And I hadn't seen her in a few months. And I saw her, and that was what happened to her. And she loved her husband. But it was like, let's take the opportunity. Like, she just was like, hey, I'm alive. It could go, you never know what's going to happen. I am going to live. And she she just radiated. So I feel like oh, that was gross. Did you just see me spit? Have you ever had that happen and you do it to someone and you're like, do I acknowledge that I just spit on them? Okay, anyway. No wonder I'm single. It's a mystery. But so it's like this new lease on life. Like, I'm getting really excited as I'm going through this reading. Like, I started out kind of down, and now I'm just like, oh my God, this is going to be a great summer for you, because you're just going to be, you're almost going to be, I think, so busy, like living, you're you maybe aren't going to be as focused on love. And of course, isn't that always when it comes in, right? When you're not looking for it, when you're not focusing on it, and you're busy just being fabulous and working on your own thing. Because there's literally not, the only cups card was this Four of Cups, and that's the funk you're coming out of. So this is a very odd love reading because I don't have any of those relationship cards yet. It's like you're doing all the hard work, all the groundwork. So I think just be careful that you don't miss a potential new love interest, a good match for you, because you're just like, I am just having so much fun getting my act together and doing all these things. You might be a little bit oblivious, not paying attention. That's what I want to say. So make sure you pay attention to the people that you're drawing to you with this new sort of energy, like you're energized as you sort of have this transformation in your life, healing from the past and moving into this new phase of life. All right, guys, have a wonderful summer. Take care. See you at the next reading. Bye.